This is Bethesda. This is the premier provider.
This is the national hospital.
Yeah.
The national hospital for our veterans, right? And so we go in and Joe tells him what they're dealing with.
Yeah, I spent over an hour talking to the psychiatrist about everything, and she said, I think that you need to stay here a few days and we can get you some help and some rest. And I said, thank you so much. And she walked out.
She never came back.
Right. And
she sent the aide
a
in.
young person in uniform came in and said, you need to know what this means before you sign this. I'm like, okay. She said, you're going to be in the psych ward. There's people up there dealing with all kinds of different stuff. And we're going to take away all of your belongings, your phone, your clothes. You will have no contact with anybody until we let you. And I'm like, for how long? She says, we're going to keep you until we feel it's safe to release you. I said, so wait a minute. I just spent an hour plus telling that psychiatrist that was just in here that I am in fully switched on fight or flight mode. And you're going to put me in a cage and take away my ability to communicate with anybody? I said, that makes no sense to me. Give me my clothes back. Give me my clothes back. We're done here. And she said, okay. And then they waited, and they're like, well, and I'm like, and so now the place that I ran to as a last hope has betrayed me and wants to put me in a prison cell.
Yes.
Not even a PTSD ward that doesn't exist.
Right.
Just some psych ward.
You're not at some retreat center in the woods.
Just some psychological. And she said, there's people up there dealing with some pretty heavy. So I'm like, no. I just am trying to get some rest.
You just used
a break.
The right words. They betrayed you.
They did.
That's exactly what they did.
Absolutely.
The National Hospital and one of the highest esteemed veterans who ever walked through the Corps. They fucking betrayed you, Joe.
But it gets better. Because I also told her about all the pain that I'm dealing with in my neck, in my back. And I said, I'm in constant pain. And that is just pushing, like if it's bad going on, what's with everything else, that pain is destroying me. And the pain medicine that I have is not doing it. When they did decide to give me my clothes back and my phone, because I was going to walk, I said, look, keep playing. I'll walk out of here naked. I do not care. And then I'll sue you for my stuff back or something. I'll send somebody else to get. I said, I'm not playing. You don't understand how I'm feeling right now. I'm leaving. And I said, you can't help me with this. You can't help me with the pain and anything. She came back in. I wouldn't even call it a Dixie cup. It was a cup of water, more like a little tiny shot glass, and a 600 milligram Motrin. And she said, here, this should help.
Yeah. So we went to the
I've been eating like 1,800 milligrams of Motrin a day to try to get me down to a 6. And she gave me a 600 milligram Motrin. I know they've got 800 milligram Motrins in the hospital. She couldn't even get
They even
that.
shorted you on the Motrin.
She couldn't even get, and I just said, this is one for the books. Unbelievable.
Insane. 20 years after the war started. 20 years. We had already lost 120,000 veterans, and this was the answer from the National Hospital.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That is a shame.